Alright, so what we got for a project here is an old Thomas Bandsaw mill that once upon a time someone repowered with a Craftsman 18 horsepower twin. What ended up happening is the person that owned it left the exhaust uncovered, which filled with water right down through that open exhaust valve, filled the cylinder with water. So now this motor is junk. Especially if you put any time and effort into it, you can just have a new one. Fast forward to, this is a 18 horsepower Duromax from Tractor Supply. Turn these lights on, maybe we get a little better view. Tractor Supply sells these. It's not an electric start. It's just a no frills 18 horsepower Honda knockoff. Should do the job. We're probably going to get a centrifugal clutch for it so that we can add a normal throttle to it instead of like this, I don't know what you'd call this style throttle. You can you set it and forget it kind of deal, but it'll just be a throttle that you hold down while you're sawing, and then you release it, and then the blade should stop. So that's the plan. Okay, I'm going to start by putting a little PB blast on all the stuff we think we need to loosen up. No, do not have any coil. Down here looks like it's probably pretty well oiled already from this thing leaking. New can. This guy yeah, this stuff's all welded on. We'll probably end up cutting this stuff off. This was a battery box for this new motor, but the new motor doesn't have a battery box, so you don't have to worry about it. I think we're going to do something different about a throttle. What's up? Which ones? Oh yeah. Pretty well got all that now. Okay, so this battery box that's on here isn't going to be used anymore. Like a previous guy just welded it on here, so I'm just going to cut it off with a Sawzall. Second. I'll edit out all that. I was actually waiting for it to just pinch right on the blade as soon as you got through, like some stress was in it, but apparently not. Hold on a second, dude, before we cut this other one, let's get a light so that it's better. Perfect. Alright, go. both sides. We know that one. That's right. We'll grind it down flush after. Okay, so we were gonna take this fuel tank off next, but we're gonna have to reach in by the blade to get to these bolts underneath. So we're taking the blade off next.
Oh, just loosen those?
Safety first. On this particular sawmill, yeah, you just loosen those. Leave it. That's plenty. You probably loosen them too much. Loosen these up, and then this end bolt controls the tension. Looks like that thing is getting at some point. Yeah, she's still tight. Try this thing. Yeah, it moved. It's definitely ready to fall off now. Oh yeah. Now you got your gloves on. Hell is it? Do you want to fold these? Huh? Do you want to fold them? No. See if I can remember how to do this. Usually you do it cutting yourself several times. Something like that. Okay, so now we should be able to take this fuel tank off. We'll update you on that in a second. So that unbolted, no problem. We just used a little impact gun. 1/2-inch hardware. Came right out. Okay, so next we're going to take this pulley off. I'm going to have to see if we're going to use it on the next motor or not. I'm not sure yet. Got the bigger impact gun. Perfect. And then these probably tighten it up, Tim. So we'll have to take those out. And then it will loosen up so we can take it off. I have a wrench that you can use like a pry bar. Nothing? No? Alright, puller it is. So we just used the old 2 pry bar method, and the pulley popped back. So now we're going to put a harmonic balancer puller that I have on here and pull that off. Should work. Let me get another. It's literally coming off, threading it by hand. Perfect. Perfect. So we're messing around, looking at this, and oops, I got a big smudge on it. There you go. It appears that there should not be an issue with reusing that pulley on the next motor. The only thing that we're debating is whether we're going to put a centrifugal clutch on it or not. Alright, quick little update. We've got the throttle cable and the choke cable taken off. The added on throttle bracket has been removed. The choke cable is just running through this bracket that holds the thickness gauge to the ruler, so that's no big deal. next is we're just going to unbolt the motor. We're recording. Now we just got to get. Honestly, I think we can take that impact gun. It's probably either half. It's probably half in.
This is 2 bolts. No, there's some in the back.
There should be 4.
There's some in the back. You're gonna need a wrench to do.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You'll be able to get them on the
It's
bottom.
up under the. If you look under.
Yeah.
It's up under here. See?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, wow. Will the ratchet wrench fit up in there? They're only like, what, ½ inch?
No, you ain't gonna be able to fit a wrench in that.
Well, maybe we'll just have to do it the old fucking slow way, Jim. Okay. What'd you do with the drum?
Which one?
The little one.
Right there. In front of the little red toolbox.
It's got the 3/8 adapter in it again?
Yeah. No, that's good though.
3/8 adapter in that. I think I left the ½ inch wrench over here when we were doing the other stuff. I don't know where I left it actually. You want the ½ inch ratchet wrench, unless it's just in the drawer. Not the holder.
½ inch ratchet wrench.
That's not in my pocket. It was the one we just used to take those other bolts for the bracket out.
I mean, this one that I put in here.
Yeah, that one. So you should be able to go underneath. We'll do these front two.
Okay.
Yep. Dude, that was never gonna rust in there. You can't even.
I'm gonna have to lift it out.
Oh, I was looking at it the wrong way. That's fine. Just leave it. It'll lift out and lift the whole motor.
Yep.
And then. Yep. Okay. I'll watch it. Put this on your gun. And come in from here. See if it'll keep the angle of the angle. Where is it? Stand right up. Yeah, there you go. More extension. That's what you need. You'll be right above that muffler. So you can go straight down in from here. You get the straighter you are, the higher odds you are of getting that thing to catch. Oh wait, it's off. Can you get on the other side? Same idea. Oh, fuck yeah. Good? Yep. Yep.
Off?
Yeah. Take this. Camera. Yeah, can we? This is like the fucking whole moment we've been waiting. It's probably fucking heavy. You want me to get half?
I think we're gonna get these. We gotta get those bolts out so I can push it.
Oh, yep.
At least those front ones.
You get the other ones?
Yeah, I got this one.
Man. Move these lights. Shut this one off. Turn this one like this. Yeah, nice. You got it. A little gunk built up on there. Suppose that guy's. Oh no, that probably fell out of the shaft. Suppose that guy's probably still looking for that key. No, we're just idiots. So I'm just finishing up editing what's going to end up being part 1 of the sawmill engine swap, and we end up making a few decisions to change, as far as we're not going to go with a centrifugal clutch. Doing some research, it ended up being quite a bit more money to get one that's rated for 18 horsepower, and the other issue I had is, after doing a little more research as far as where we should be for speed for the saw blade, a lot of the recommendations I found online was anywhere between 4,500 and 5,000 surface feet per minute, and with that 4-inch pulley that we took off, we would have been really pushing the RPMs on that new engine. And so what we're going to end up doing is, I've got a 5-inch pulley. The 5-inch pulley that we got ended up having the wrong size center hub. So there'll be a part 2, which is going to be real quick, and for people that don't really care about machining, you can just skip that. But it's going to be basically milling out the center and welding in a new hub to go from a 3/4 inch ID to a 1-inch ID, so it'll fit on the shaft for the motor. And then we'll probably end up doing a part 3, because I haven't actually finished bolting up the motor and all that fun stuff. So throttle cable, yada yada yada. We're going to do that. That'll end up being part 3. So this will be the end of part 1. Part 2 will be the pulley manufacturer or modification, and then so part 2 will be modifying that pulley so it'll fit the new motor, and then part 3 will just be wrapping up the project, and eventually you'll have a video of it sawing wood.